Absolutely. So when you did go back to Darwin, what did you know? What was your plan? Did you stay at home and rehabilitate for a good period of time, or did you want to get back to, you know, the life as it was, or you know, what did you do up
Well,
there
I
when you
wanted
got
to get
home?
back. Just to explain, when we decided to take the bone marrow transplant, and we didn't know the outcome, the doctors couldn't guarantee an outcome. So I took redundancy. I resigned from work.
Okay.
Lynn kept her jobs, but I got back into the rugby league side, not as vigorously, but certainly back into the rugby league side
So
as early
followed
as
a
I could.
passion.
And then they told Lynn that she was going to become redundant. And at the same time that happened, my dad was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and we decided that we'd both leave Darwin and come down to be carers for Dad. That even before Dad was diagnosed, I think that question arises, and it arose, I guess, early in the process after the transplant. Just asking yourself, you know, why you? Why have you been given this opportunity? Why have you got the chance now to carry on? Yeah, the question's always there, and I think it instills in you, well, not so much the success of the transplant, the fact that so many people have felt so much for you, given so much of themselves love and support, that you can't just desert them.
So do you feel, with your experience with multiple myeloma, were you able to help your dad emotionally with his journey?
I think I gave strength to Dad just in being there, and the fact that I'd been through it. He actually asked me what he should do regarding treatment, and I found it very hard to give him advice. I explained to him that I believed it was a personal decision, but he fought it. He didn't just accept the fact that it was going to take him. He fought it as long as he could, and I think the fact that he'd supported me in that way, I think, gave him the strength to do that.
So what do you think is your greatest message to people who may be embarking upon the transplant experience?
I don't know. I think first off, you've got to look inside yourself as to what you want yourself. First off, what you want yourself and why you want it. You want to live. You want to live your life as you are now, or improve your life. Not just for you, but for your loved ones. My wife, my family. That's what they supporting me, because they didn't want to lose me. So why should I give up? Why should I just give up and say no? I'm not that strong. I am that strong. I can be that strong, and I'll be here because you want me to be here, and because I want to be here.
Yeah, positive reframing, I think, is very important when you are faced with something that's, you know, potentially life-threatening.
Yes.
Have you ever had any dark moments? Or?
No.
No.
No. I came to accept the fact that in any illness there are, you know, illness is bad.
Yeah.
And you've got to recover. But there is a recovery, and I kept telling myself, I am getting better. I am getting better.
So have you got, did you have any fear surrounding your yearly aspirates to see, you know, how each year post-transplant, you know, you're given tests to see if your disease still is in remission? In those early years, and certainly now, you know, some people have shared with me that, you know, they feel quite anxious leading up to that time, or if they get a cold or a flu, they have those anxiety attacks. Has that ever been an issue with you?
I don't believe I've ever had anxiety attacks or any depression or anxiety attacks in that way. You get, well, say anxiety attacks, but I do get anxious, I guess, or a slight fear of, the times. But the fact that, firstly, I think it was 3 months, 6 weekly or 3 monthly, the BMAs, the tests. So there wasn't that long in between. So when one was successful, then I expect the next one to be successful. And that comfort grows as the length of time of your tests extends. These days I look forward to having the tests, because it means I might be able to visit Dr. and let him see just how well I'm doing.
Yeah, well, you certainly look well.
Yes, yeah, I'm certainly wary of possible brittleness in my bones and reaction of my skin to the sun and things like that. But I'm positive about the test. I'm positive that it's going to remain in remission.
So were you
I'm
on
not sure.
anti-rejection drugs
I was
for a
on
while?
anti-rejection drugs for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, it could be 6 to 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remember when Dr. finally told me that I didn't need to take them anymore.
And was that a liberating thing for you, or you actually didn't mind taking them?
I didn't mind taking them.
Mm.
If taking that drug, the GVH drug, for the rest of my life was the hardest chore that I'd have to do consequent to having a successful bone marrow transplant, I could carry that. No worries at all.
If you had 3 things that you think are the key ingredients for helping you get to where you are today, what would 3 ingredients be?
A lust for life, I guess, first off. I want to be here, to live. You know, at times life seems pointless, and you look at what's going on in the world at times and you wonder why, but we're here on earth for a reason. I think you've got to have that need, that want to be here for as long as possible. To cherish those people around you who love you and recognise that they do, and the depth. And that's something that I came to realise, just the depth that people feel for you. I don't think I ever understood that before I was diagnosed. I don't know what the third one would be. Acceptance, I guess, and trust of the treatment and the doctors. I had no idea, as I said, and in 85 and even in 93, there was very little out there about multiple myeloma. The Leukaemia Foundation helped because it was a blood-related disease, but there was very little direct information about multiple myeloma and very few people that I could talk to.
Yeah.
But things have so much improved since then. The Leukaemia Foundation has been fantastic.
You look wonderful, and thank you for coming and sharing a snippet of your journey here with us today.